Yo, fight fam. I'm back at it again with another one of these pre-fight warm-up joints. I already got body shot. Jake Gems in the building. Definitely gonna wait for YouTube to do their thing with the notifications. Then we'll let the games commence. So, home wrecking. That's nice. Dubois or Miller? Yeah, we'll answer it. Hey, what up? See who shows up for the overseas event. Definitely. I'm not sure how many people in the United States are interested, which means I probably fucked up on putting this shit so late. I should have included all the UK subscribers by putting it way earlier. But it is what it is, man. We'll get what we get. Tristan was good. Do I know what time the fight is? Yeah. Which fight? You talking about the whole event or what you talking about? Comes on early, I can tell you that.
Man, this shit starts at 8 a.m. at my time. I wake up early every morning, so I'm gonna be up and I'm gonna be watching that shit. But
Yeah.
the
So
real
if you
fights don't start till like 11 a.m. West Coast time.
so 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern.
That's 2 p.m. Eastern. Or sorry, yeah, you're right. That's when the begin. That's when the event begins, but the real fights start at 2 Eastern.
The real fights. What's the real fights?
I mean, the first fights is like basically Ergovich. It's who's the other dude in the? I forgot it. Who else it is? But the real fights is Jarrell Miller and Dubois. I know. Come on, we all want to see that. It's gonna be Deontay Wilder, AJ, and then Opataya, because that's I believe is that a championship fight or am I wrong?
Opatai, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So
Opatai is
that's
a belt holder.
Bivol. Bivol. Those are the 5 fights that we all really want to see.
Opatai was stripped.
Oh, was he?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. IBF stripped him.
Oh, that's
What?
crazy.
Some mandatory shit?
Yeah.
What up, James? What up, panel?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on?
What's up, yo?
So,
Anyway, Dorian, what up, bro? Car gonna be 1/3 of the day, damn near facts. Boo, what up? Uh, pause. Boo Kaufman. It's 8:02 p.m. Central Time. Okay, yeah, so it'll be on at 10 a.m., bro.
yeah, 10 a.m. man. I can't wait.
Uh, Josh was good. Benji was good. Big baby chiseled.
Oh yeah,
Chiseled.
333 pounds.
333 is a chiseled number.
Man, it's built like a fridge.
Yeah, man. All right. So, um, name those fights you cared about again, body shot.
So the ones I don't really care about are Ergovich, Frank Sanchez, and the Russian guy, the big Russian dude.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like they're fighting easy fights, but Jai Opataya, Dubois, Bivol, Wilder, and AJ. Those are the 5 fights that are interesting, and they start at 2 p.m. Eastern, so that's 11 a.m. Western.
Is anybody uh is anybody even interested in talking about Frank Sanchez versus Junior Five?
No,
Nah, I'm not.
I
Not
got
at all.
Frank Sanchez by knockout simply.
Makhmedov versus Caballero.
Yeah, I don't really know his opponent.
Me either.
Cabello's like 40 some years old.
Yeah, and
Next.
then Ergovich, like same thing. Like, come on, bro. Easy opponents in my
All
opinion.
right, so I don't care about the first two fights either. I'm gonna try to.
Herkovich, he not. He talking a good game, but he don't have that much power, man.
Why did wait a minute? They moved Hergovich up to third.
Let me see. I got it. I
Why
screenshot.
they? It looked like they moved Dimitri Bivol to the fourth fight, or the I'm sorry, the one, two, three, four,
So the first fight is
fifth fight
is Philip.
is
The first fight is Ergovic. Second is Frank Sanchez. Then it's Arslanbek. Then it's Jai. Then it's Dubois, Bivol, Wilder. Bivol's
Oh, okay.
third is before
Oh, they
Wilder
got
and
it.
AJ.
They got it fucked up on this app.
Yeah, they do.
Let me go to the zone.
Yeah, they like Dimitri Bivol out there. They got him right before the main event. The two, Wilder and AJ.
Real quick, let me go to.
Oh, that's a pretty good card. 354, 17-2.
My guy Intangible. What up, man? Been a while. Hey, you're on mute.
Can y'all hear me?
What's up, bro? We could.
Can you
We
all hear
heard
me
you.
now?
There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
we
What's
hear you.
good?
Yeah. So this card tomorrow. Yeah, first it's good to be back. It's been a long time.
Has.
Yeah, the card tomorrow anyways. I don't know. I mean, I'm put it like this. I'm not excited for it. I'm intrigued by it. I mean, if put it like this, if Hrgovic was fighting Sanchez and Joshua was fighting Wilder, even though that fight is apparently set to happen next, I would be pretty interested, but none of the fight's results really intrigue me that much, apart from maybe Joshua or Wilder versus Parker, just on some certain unknowns. But I feel like I know what I'm getting with Wallin and Parker, and I just don't think that they have the ambition, desire, and the adaptability in the ring to make a significant difference at the highest levels. I've seen it too many times with them.
What?
Yeah, right. Are you saying even if they win the fight? Yeah. I mean, what the fuck are they gonna do with it? That's basically your point.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, put it like this: if Wallin, say Wallin is to, and I don't really think he will deserve to win the fight, but let's say Wallin outboxes him, and firstly, I don't think he really has it in his repertoire to put in a dominant, comfortable boxing exhibition against Joshua. I just don't think he does. He really couldn't do it for the most part against even Gassiev, who's well past his best. But even if he does, look at how much they have invested in this Joshua Wilder fight.
Man,
Right.
Joshua's trying to run, man. So look, what's the unknowns though in the Wilder Parker to you that you talking about?
Hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there, bro. We don't want to do all that chat. We're gonna actually play the film study. So,
okay.
I was just asking if anybody was interested in talking about these other fights because the film studies we did was Bivol, Arthur, Wilder, Parker, and Joshua Wallin.
Yeah,
So,
that's about it. And what about the Dubois Miller? That one too.
all right. So Dubois Miller. I don't care who wins. It don't really matter to me. I got at 333 pounds. I'm guessing if the fight goes past 6 rounds, shit. If the fight goes past 4 rounds, the man's gonna gas. So regardless of what I think about his skill set or Dubois' skill set, I like Miller, 1 through 6 KO, hedge with Dubois. Straight up.
Yeah. That fight's actually that's probably the result I'm most intrigued with in this card, honestly, because I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think Miller gonna stop him.
I know, like Miller, for example, he was highly touted when he was juiced up, several years ago. Might still be, I don't know, but I've never thought too highly of Jarrell Miller, but as we've kind of seen with Dubois, you hit him kind of hard and he'll quit. So, yeah. I mean, you never know.
I think with Miller though, what I like about Miller is like when he be punching, like it might seem like he's slow, but he got fast, sneaky punches, man. Like if you watch that Lucas Brown fight, like it's that kind of like UFC punches. He just sneak them in there, like, and he land in good spots. So that's why I think he gonna knock him out just off his high work rate and just have sneaky his punches get in there. I think he just gonna block Dubois, and I think Dubois low key scared, especially after that win. He got fear in his heart, man. So I think he gonna stop him in like 1 through 6.
I
Yeah,
saw some of the clips of Dubois in the press conference, and it just all it did was reaffirm to me that the guy really is just, you know, I don't want to go there, but he's just so socially awkward.
Yeah. He like a UK, just a UK fighter, man. That's how I see him. UK level.
Interesting analysis.
Right. Yeah, I think everybody kind of got it the same. All right, let me take
I
care of
don't.
the chat real quick. What you got?
I got Dubois by knockout.
Dubois by knockout. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean that would be covered in my bet.
I'd probably lean towards that as well. I mean, you can't read too much into the Lucas Brown fight. Lucas Brown had that shock result, but Lucas Brown is so shot to pieces ever since he got busted for taking PEDs after I think it was the Chagayev fight. He's been getting knocked out by the likes of Dave Allen, and it's been pretty hideous for him. The man has the physical mannerisms of effectively an 85-year-old man.
But personally, I don't think I think everybody's I think you guys are overanalyzing the whole fear thing. I feel like because Dubois quit because of his whole, his reputation in the ring, everybody just looks for every reason to be like, see, he's a bitch. You see how he did that? See his body language. You see, he's I don't know, man. Like to me, he just seemed like he was chilling. He seemed like he was kind of entertained by Big Baby Miller. I mean, who's not, right? But I wouldn't look too deep into the body language and shit.
I just know I don't know. I feel like I just know a scared person when I see one, man. And that weigh-in, he was shook, especially like.
I don't think so. I respectfully, I disagree. I think Dubois is a little bit like, just like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I never talk about this type of shit.
Yeah,
but go ahead, Intangible, finish it out.
I mean, I don't really compare. I kind of, if I'm going to assess Dubois' mannerisms at a press conference, I'm going to judge it on a curve because he's somebody who's always a little bit awkward. And I don't know. He's not really the most social individual, I don't think.
I mean, that doesn't really
people
matter.
said the same shit about Bam, who's an introvert.
It doesn't matter.
Bam went out there and got a knockout. So
most fighters are socially awkward. Honestly, only the like real talkative ones. There's only so few who are really good, have good mic skills, and can entertain.
And how tall is Miller? Because it seemed like he's short, but he's tall. Like he be up there. He's tall.
Dude,
it seems like he's short. It seems like he's short because he's 333 pounds, so he's round.
Whoever said Dubois would break his hand, Dubois is
that's what I'm saying. He tall.
Dubois is a puncher, man. Dubois can punch really hard, man. Miller doesn't have the best defense, man. He throws wide punches. I see that right hand landing easy. I don't know.
He do get hit, but like he could take a lot though, because he big.
Dubois is an unforgivable puncher, and he has some vicious body shots, man. You don't want to get hit by Dubois. I think people are underestimating Dubois. Like that's just my opinion.
Miller never really fought many punchers in his career, even when he was 5-6 years ago.
It's safe to say that's gonna be a good fight though. 50-50 for me though.
He said he's giving up 100 pounds above 220, 230 pounds. You get knocked out by you can knock anybody out. It don't matter if they're 100 pounds heavier. That man weighs like what? You said 100 pounds, 230.
He like 231. He like 231.
Nah. It's not gonna help him. I mean, unless his strategy is to lean, it's not gonna exactly help him. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely probably gonna gas pretty quickly.
I think we're forgetting
it doesn't help power. Like power does. Now, I mean, I guess you can keep gaining some power behind the weight that you're throwing, but obviously, you're gonna lose some speed. So, I mean, that's the calculation for power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight though, man.
And personally, I think Dubois hit Usyk with a legit body shot.
Yeah, me
I
too.
watched that replay a million times. It's like Usyk, you got over on the ref. That's
See,
just my opinion, though.
it's like
So if he hits Miller with those body shots, yeah, 333 pounds, I don't know how he's gonna hold up to that, man.
it was a
All right.
good body shot. It was just on a because Usyk shorts was up high, so he hit him in the waist of his shorts. But according to the body, it's not low. But if you want to call it by where his shorts was, then yeah. So it can kind of go either way, man.
Nah, it's the navel. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Mhm.
So it
Above the
was
navel.
legit to me.
It didn't even look below the belt. It looked
It's-
like
he was lucky in the sense that referees don't. Literally speaking, according to the rules, it was low, but he was lucky in the sense that it isn't always called that way.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact because if the navel's hidden in the belt, they usually claim the whole belt line as legit. So
Yep.
anyway, Bobby, appreciate the super sticker, man. You're a funny dude too. I read that. My hitting the bag lately, hilarious. LaJessica, what's good? What's going on?
That's what he always said, man.
We answered that. We answered that. Appreciate that. PBC was good. Uh, Glass Eye versus CVS. Facts. Miller's gonna gas out in the first round.
hey, I'm gonna be back, y'all.
Text
Give me a
Rock, what
minute.
up? All right. Who else in the building? Uh,
I keep
Fake
checking
was
the
good.
clock.
Thoughts on people saying that Daniel not having heart? We answered that. My guy.
It's hard
CMP,
for me to
CMP, what
judge,
up?
you
Go ahead.
know, Miller and Dubois. I really can't analyze that fight because there's just too many. It's kind of feels like a circus, honestly.
He called Saudi Africa socially awkward as being generous. That man is ridiculous. Isn't
He
Saudi
never-
Arabia part? I mean, wasn't that part of Africa at some point?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I feel like if
Anyway.
a suburban kid get transferred to a school in a hood, that's how I feel like it is. Like him going against Miller, he like, damn, he ain't never seen nothing like that, and I feel like he kind of intimidated. You know what I'm saying?
Tyrone the goat was good. Who else in the building?
Well, I'm not even sure if I feel that way because even when Dubois is interviewed by or if is in press conferences with other English people,
Yeah.
I don't know. He is kind of ridiculous in as well too.
Yeah, he don't do too much talking, but just like the whole when they weighed in, and Miller was like, say that shit now that he was saying about that I'm your daddy and all that, and he was just like stuck. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like weird to me. Like he didn't want to say nothing, but that could just be his personality, you know, which it is. But I just felt like I just feel like he intimidated by Miller. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. That's how it looked to me.
Like I'm sure you internally cringed when he said at the press conference, "I'm gonna hit you like I'm your daddy" or some shit.
I'm
like
your
that.
daddy. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna beat you like that was weird. It was funny though.
Saudi, no, it's called it's part of Asia now, Tyrone. But anyway, all right, that's the continent that it claims. But whatever. All right, on to the next shit, bro. I ain't never really cared. God damn, but you got all types of interference.
Somebody got the window down while they driving.
Yeah, but you can't. You gotta clean that up, bro. What's good with you, by the way? All right, let's move on. I think we just got Bivol next, right?
Yeah. That's what.
All right, so now we actually get to show some film.
I think Bivol actually finally score a fucking stoppage.
I'm counting. I'm betting on it. I think this is just the right style matchup for him. But Joey did the film study. Let me hide this shit. Actually, no, let me keep it up just in case they want to trip and say it's copyright infringement. Let's get it.
I watched Arthur, man. He all right. His record is all right, but I don't think he
I
got what
remember
it takes.
Lyndon Arthur from, well, particularly, I remembered him from before then, but the fights with Yard were kind of what put him on the map. And I honestly thought he got away with one in the first fight from a tactical perspective because Yard was actually trying to stick and move him from the outside. And then it got aggressive that he heard him and dominated the final round.
All
And
way, 1 through
Yeah,
6.
Yard got some footwork issues that make him susceptible of getting hit with that jab, and the jab is his main game. So, but all right, let's watch. Fight fam, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Class in session.
Right off the bat, Arthur is a back foot counterpuncher who establishes his offense behind a quick and accurate up jab. He uses the jab while moving backwards with small half steps to control distance instead of power punches. And since it's thrown from his waist, it's much harder for opponents to anticipate. When he's not throwing his signature up jab, he occasionally uses a blinder jab to set up quick combinations.
Again, the main staple of his game, the lead hand, the jab in particular.
Once he figures out his range, Arthur slowly begins to set up his power punches. He uses counter jabs, step back counters, and pull counters. For the most part, Arthur fights with a low lead hand. Although when his opponents do manage to close the distance, Arthur resorts to an active high guard to effectively catch, block, and parry specific punches. However, it's still a high guard. Due to the active high guard heavily relying on defensive timing and reactionary movement, fighters are certain to occasionally misread punches, have off timing, or be vulnerable to feints and probes. Not an ideal position to be in against a fighter who arguably has the best lead hand in boxing. Although Arthur is a counterpuncher, he's not as versatile as other counterpunchers because he uses very little head movement. More often than not, his head almost always stays in the A slot or on the center line. As a result, he hardly ever slips punches or employs slip counters and is susceptible to jabs and crosses, Bivol's best punches. Arthur possesses little to no inside game. He's not physical and rarely controls his opponent's backhand, which leaves him open to overhands. Although Bivol's inside game isn't particularly elite, it's still far more developed than Arthur's.
Yeah. So I'm showing lack of controls, bear hugs, as they call it, instead of actual clinch controls, overhooks, underhooks, frames, whatever.
As one of boxing's pound for
I hope
pound
y'all
best,
understood that. Hold on.
Dimitri Bivol is a highly
I'm talking to the chat, by the way.
Oh, okay.
as one of
I definitely
Salute,
did.
Mr. James, man. My audio good now.
Butch, what up? Yeah, it's great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. Let me break this down real quick though.
Oh, no problem.
So the bear, all right. So that's an overhook with the right arm and a bear hug with the left. Obviously, if you're hugging somebody's waist or around their midsection, this fucking right arm is free. So all he has to do is move his head, then he has an opening to Arthur's head. I mean, and it's just as simple as that. But matter of fact, Butch, what up, bro? Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Real quick. What's happening with you?
What's up, man? How are you, Mr. James, today, man?
I'm chilling, bro. Chilling. How you?
I'm not as good as you, man.
I remember this guy, man. What's up?
Yeah. You that said I remember this guy. Who's? I just wanted to ask you, Mr. James, or ask the platform. Who's the one that said, "Oh, he's just a UK fighter"? What does that mean, sir? What does that mean?
That was me. I just like I feel like UK fighters are more timid than American fighters, man.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
right.
okay
Well,
then.
hold
Okay
on,
then.
hold on, man. No, we're gonna get into all of that shit afterwards, man.
Oh,
We
no problem.
can't do
Sorry,
that right
Mr.
now.
James. Sorry, Mr. James.
We
Go ahead,
can't do
James.
that right now.
No, sorry, Mr. James. Sorry, you were speaking on Lynn and Arthur before I cook that guy. You were speaking on Lynn and Arthur and Dimitri Bivol. That's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
technical fight. Good technical fight against
yeah.
good two skilled boxers. You understand? Oh, go ahead,
Yeah.
Mr. James. Actually, you were speaking.
You can cook them afterwards, man. Let's just get through this film study first.
We'll get into it.
Well, all the smoke.
As one of boxing's pound-for-pound best, Dimitri Bivol is a highly skilled pure boxer / boxer puncher that possesses an incredible lead hand. He utilizes his lead hand to control and close distance, bait out traps, offset rhythm, and create punch traffic among other uses.
If one of the best, if not the best, lead hands in the game.
It's one thing about Arthur, like, he's technically, if you want to look into his style, yeah, he's evasive, but he doesn't really glide in the ring. He's very stiff, honestly, with his footwork. He brings his feet together quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Anthony Yard has his footwork issues, but he basically threw all that boxing shit out the window and just bum rushed him, and there was nothing he could do.
Right.
He wasn't really quick enough to get out of range or pivot out or control distance against him at all.
Right.
He not active enough to me either, definitely to beat Bivol.
As I already mentioned, Arthur's lack of head movement is going to be a recipe for disaster against Bivol's lethal 1-2 combination. Bivol's versatility when throwing the jab cross makes it difficult to predict and avoid. He can choose to lead with the cross, throw a swivel jab, or change levels and attack the body altogether. Bivol fights out of an excellent high guard that, when utilized with his fluid movement, it's no surprise he competes with Shakur Stevenson as one of the least hit fighters in boxing, according to CompuBox. Even still, possessing one of boxing's best active high guards doesn't change the fact that it's still a high guard. It still possesses all the vulnerabilities and openings I already stated with Arthur. Fortunately for Bivol, outside of an up jab and occasional combinations, Arthur doesn't systematically break down high guards like other elite fighters we've covered on this channel. Unfortunately for Arthur, breaking down high guards is a skill Bivol excels at. Combined with his lead hand, Bivol uses probes and feints to bait out high guard shields out of position and take advantage of the openings with explosive combinations.
Yeah, to your point, intangible. I think this is the fight that he breaks that UD streak. But we gonna see.
Maybe he'll try to get the rounds in, unfortunately, with the inactivity. But I really do hope he dies. He's more than capable of it. Let's keep it real. He's so much more active. He's so much more fluid, more athletic.
Yeah.
And he hits harder.
No, I don't think it'd be a straight. I never would have thought it'd have been a straight knockout, but I think ref stoppage and corner stoppage is very likely.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the guy Arthur fought right before Yard. It was like a Northern Ireland, but I remember he got hurt by him too. And even in that Suarez fight, he got hurt a number of times. Scored a come from behind knockout to win that fight.
Mm-hmm. You said right before Yard, Farici?
The first fight, before the first fight. The Farici fight he actually had problems in too.
Oh, before the first fight, Dex Spellman.
Dex Spellman, that's who it was. He got hurt late in that fight.
Got you. That backhand feint to that swivel jab it's highly likely you're gonna see that.
Bivol has a
Yeah.
tendency to jab flat-footed and get stuck on the front foot, leaving him off balance. If timed properly, Bivol can be countered when in this position. Bivol likes to throw anywhere between 3 to 8 punch combinations. Anywhere in between those combinations is an opening that can be exploited and countered if timed correctly. Due to Arthur's style and lack of versatility as a counterpuncher, I see Bivol being the aggressor and slowly walking him down with an active high guard. Behind that guard will be Bivol's very effective lead hand that'll be used to feint and probe out Arthur's counters or make him go into his high guard. In addition to that, Arthur's lack of slips make it nearly impossible for him to get out of the way of Bivol's 1-2. He can have some success countering with the jab or the pull counter if Bivol gets overzealous with his combinations, as well as getting front foot heavy when reaching for the jab. However, there's just too many advantages to call this anything but what it is, a mismatch. I got Dimitri Bivol by UD. Let me know who you got in the comment section.
So
This is Coach Joey with Boxing Gems.
That's a
Thanks
that's
for
a
watching.
that's a good breakdown too, bro. He did a good job with that.
not even not even Joey wanted to.
You said what?
No, Joey wasn't gonna fall for the KO that time. He picked you.
Right. Yeah, nah. I look. It's so obviously with Bivol's in Bivol's history, he never really goes for the KO. But again, I think this matchup stylistically favors him so much that it's just gonna be he's just gonna be peppering Arthur with shots at some point, and it could be very likely a ref stoppage or a corner stoppage. But
I might
this,
just be falling for
go
the
ahead.
okey doke, I suppose. But yeah, even the Castillo fight, like you could say Castillo is pretty physically strong for the weight, so he might not be easy to just break down for a fighter like Bivol.
Mm-hmm.
A fighter like Pascal is pretty durable. Same with Ramirez, who's huge. Canelo obviously has a great chin. None of those variables really exist here, but I don't know.
Yeah, and that Russian dude was huge as fuck too.
Oh yeah, Salamov.
Salamov,
He's
yeah.
about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. If not
I,
6'5", I mean, yeah, he was big.
Arthur be throwing one shot at a time and two at the most. That's not gonna cut it against Bivol.
Yeah. This stuff at the end was just extra things that I wanted to point out. It's that jab to that 3. I mean, Arthur likes to try to catch the jab away from his chin. Doesn't move his head, so that 1 to that 3 you'll probably see. Um, I think, and the other one was just a jab counter. Yeah. Yeah. Again, Arthur's main staple to his game is the jab, and he drops his lead hand every time he throws the jab.
Mm-hmm.
So this is likely what you're gonna see.
Yep. With follow-ups too. Yep, you were right. You're right about that.
R.I.P. Salamov died.
He got kidnapped or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah, some Russian mob shit.
All right, Intangible. Thanks for stopping by, bro. But anywho, all right.
What up, panel?
Coach, you just stepped into some bullshit because now I'm gonna let Butch do whatever he came to do. Butch, go ahead, man. This should be entertaining. Did he fall asleep? I know it's late as hell. Butch, you still there?
It look like he on mute.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he might have passed out on us. All right. With that said, we just gonna go right ahead.
Yeah, I think everybody all in agreement. Bivol got this fight. I think he gonna overwhelm though, like Canelo, like he did Canelo, because Arthur just not active enough.
You would think a 6'4", 200-pound boxer would be difficult to grab hold of, but man, yeah, that's nuts, man. They kidnapped him, huh?
Shit, you got a gun, you can grab anybody.
Yeah.
I wanted to address one of the questions in the chat. I think it's a good one. Olamide, I'm not sure if I said that correct. Olamide Akande says, gems with controlling punch lanes or the head. I know you said punch lanes are more optimal, but when is it time to a good time? I think is what he wanted to say, to control the head.
When you dip off the angles.
Right. To me, it's opportunity. Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll change levels, and you could just follow the hand follow your hand into that position, and then control them, and then step away like you're talking about, getting to the angle. I don't think it's something you want to reach out for. That's where guys get in trouble. Right. I think lanes all the time, and then the head when the opportunity presents itself. But if it's there, yeah, it's a good idea, because in wrestling they have this saying, control the head and the body will follow. And so it is a good idea, but I think guys are looking for it too much, and the head is not going to punch you, right? It's the hands, and that's the most important thing you need to be controlling. But I think that's a good question.
Oh shit. He back.
But that
He back from the dead, huh? He's been posting on Instagram. Oh wow. That's crazy. Okay. Literally in Vegas. All right. Well, good. Good.
you made it out there.
All right, look. So quick thoughts on Bivol, Arthur. What everybody got? Body shot?
I mean, I'm in agreement with you. Like I pretty much see him knocking out Lyndon, just based on stylistically. He's not. He's perfect for Bivol. This is a terrible matchup for Lyndon Arthur. You know, for all the same reasons that the film study posted it like that. Like I don't know who said it on the panel. That was a genius film study. Shout out to Coach Joey. That was brilliant. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Coach Joey. Supposed to be here. He said it'd be late, but it is what it is.
He has them by Bivol by decision, but it's like he drew a knockout at the end with that editing. And by the way,
that was me.
Oh, that was you. You're the one who edited all those.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did. I was going to say, because I know you did the editing, because the editing on that, I don't like how you muted that. I know everybody was talking, but like, can you go back to that? Because the editing on that was genius, man. Like we gotta, you know, we gotta watch that.
All right.
Yeah, I got it by UD. Bivol.
All right. Yeah, let's go through the panel first. Jacob.
Bivol. UD.
Coach. Gabe, you still on there?
You muted.
Hey, he might be doing something. All right, let's watch this shit real quick. Yeah, it's kind of laid it out pretty straightforward, huh? Body shot.
Hey, yeah, I can see this is how you see it. I'm seeing through your eyes, like, you know what I mean? Like, yes. This is exactly.
Look through my eyes.
This is raw as fuck, man. Making the same exact mistakes Arthur was making, and he's capitalizing on it exactly the same way that the other guys were. Like, lazy jab, head on the line.
That tailor-made suit on.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just too much, man. It's too much that goes in Bivol's favor
For real.
of what he already does. It's not like he's got to do something new.
And I won't be surprised if it goes to a decision.
Nah, I wouldn't. Nobody should be surprised.
Right.
I mean, that's Bivol's shit. The UD. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can't wait for that fight.
We all got a unanimous pick.
All right, so let's move on, man. This one's mine. Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker on the Saudis' big day of reckoning. Let's get into it. Fight Deontay Wilder, the number one priority has to be properly defended. Probably the most powerful punch in boxing, which is Wilder's backhand. They always accuse me of picking. Joseph Parker has some issues that he might want to clean up if he doesn't want
Hey, what you say, Jim?
your opponent and end up getting off the canvas versus the I just said Joey and Jacob always accuse me of picking the better music. I just like this beat.
That was nothing wrong with this music.
Nah, I'm saying so from the last video, it's like, oh, you picking the shit that we don't like for our shit, but for your shit, you picking the dope shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what we be on. But anyway, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. It's big day of reckoning. Let's get into it. When fighting Deontay Wilder, the number one priority has to be properly defending probably the most powerful punch in boxing, which is Wilder's backhand. Joseph Parker has some issues that he might want to clean up if he doesn't want to meet the same fate of every single Wilder opponent and end up getting off the canvas. The first is the consistent low lead hand Parker utilizes. Defensively, he's either trying to cross block a heavyweight backhand with his own backhand, or he's starting low, attacking, then holstering the lead hand right back to the low position, leaving the lane wide open for the backhand.
Whoa. Wait, what?
All them good night shots.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, this is bad.
He's got to clean all this. Simply not matching the low lead hand with footwork or evasive head movement.
He going to
The
sleep.
second issue is his tendency to moonwalk, aka crosswalk in straight lines moving backwards. Wilder covers a lot of ground quickly, stepping with his athletic 6'7" frame, so the moonwalk will never be quick enough to evade a backhand. Put that on top of having his lead hand low.
Wilder 1-2 when he doing that moonwalk too. Not even no backhand.
The final issue Parker will need to clean up are these mid-range jabs. As I've explained many times before, a single mid-range jab is the weakest punch you can throw at the most dangerous distance. The punch you're asking for in return is typically Wilder's favorite punch, an overhand. Again, combine this with the issue of the low lead hand. Parker is throwing an up jab from that low hand position while he's mid-range, and often bringing that hand right back down to his waist.
God damn.
PBC said first round.
It's gonna flip around, man. So this is the
I
part
was about to say.
this is the part I put on YouTube. Everybody was excited about it.
I was about to say, like, you just gonna keep roasting this man? You
Under
just went
fairly new head trainer Malik Scott, we have seen a couple differences. One is a step back backhand, which is a deadly tactic to add to someone like Wilder's game. The other is this concentration to the body with stab jabs or crosses, which is another good tool to add to a fighter that has the height and reach advantage and wants to control distance. However, if it isn't timed right, and if Wilder's footwork isn't balanced in the maneuver, we could see him getting countered. Just showing him countering a stab jab.
Okay, so
Where new tactics may help, old technical issues still persist. One of these old issues is the jab. Wilder tends to jab flat-footed. High-level fighters who seek to control distance typically jab to the balls of their feet for the quick spring back after the jab for defensive responsibility. Jabbing flat-footed just means it would take that slower mechanic to push off the thigh and slightly bended knee, as opposed to springing back off the calf muscle to get back out of range. If you don't push off, it's far more likely you'll do a version of a cross step just to keep balance. But the most likely scenario is that the flat-footed jabber just ends up throwing a single mid-range jab. All those situations leave you susceptible to overhands and various jab counters in which Parker has displayed he has in his game. The other long-standing issue was Wilder's chosen defensive guards. Wilder would either use a long guard or an extended high guard. With the long guard, you'll see attempts at controlling punching lanes and then a pull for the secondary defensive layer. In the extended high guard with both shields and an up and down L block, Wilder attempts to deflect straight punches. Both defensive systems have struggled miserably against his most formidable opponent, Tyson Fury. The primary reason these systems struggle has always been Wilder's footwork, which is often uncoordinated or absent. It simply didn't match what he was trying to accomplish with his topside defense. Perhaps this is the reason why we saw Wilder start off using all that lateral movement in his last outing to make up for the defensive deficiencies in and around the equal positioning. Time will tell. I'm thinking that's a fact. Parker has shown he likes to disengage, then wing a backhand hook or an overhand around the high guards. The extended high guard makes this even more likely to land. A good long guard could deflect, but that's if it's good. Parker typically likes to attack high guards by disrupting the guard first with his lead hand and follow up with various power punches in his full punch arsenal. While Wilder is in the high guard, there's nothing stopping Parker from closing that distance and getting into the range he needs as a smaller man. On the inside, where Wilder can't get full extension on his power, is where Parker could shine. Wilder's technical form for most punches on the inside is lacking, and that's being nice about it. Parker would typically be the sharper, more accurate puncher on the inside by a good degree. He couldn't be completely reckless, as Wilder is still somewhat dangerous with hooks and uppercuts, but he'll definitely have the advantage.
Wow, he got him in a headlock, then hitting him. Wow. Like a dirty fighter, man.
It's all in boxing, bro. I mean, yeah, footwork just damn.
Short and sweet. I say every fight Wilder is in, aside from a fight versus Fury, starts out as a 50-50 because of the availability of tremendous one-punch knockout power throughout. Or I can see a path to a KO or decision victory for Joseph Parker. Due to his issues defending backhands, I have to favor Wilder by knockout. As of today, Parker is a plus 415 straight up to Wilder's minus 615. Parker is a plus 1100 by KO, and Wilder is a minus 335 by KO. I think I'll go Parker by KO, hedge with Wilder by KO, and hope for the upset. Peace.
You dig?
They know Parker finna get knocked out. Look at their numbers.
Nah, it's definitely what the odds suggest. But again, Parker's got a shot if they had the right game plan. But I don't trust nobody that had a right game plan no more. Being an actual being able to say I'm an actual insider now, bruh, I know some shit that'll shock y'all. But anyway, I'm not gonna say it because that would be defying some trust. But yeah, so I don't trust people to have the right game plans anymore. So I got to go with what seems the most obvious, which is Wilder knockout if Parker makes any of those fucking mistakes. So it's not just that okay, so maybe he'll clean up one or two of those. Maybe one or two of those was more prevalent in the Joe Joyce fight for whatever reasons. But fuck, all of them could get him knocked out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any single one of them could get him knocked out because that's what type of power Deontay Wilder possesses if you fuck up like that. So anyway, what's y'all thoughts on it? Body shot.
Man, pretty straightforward. He's just he drops his left hand too much. You can't drop a left hand in front of Deontay Wilder. Wilder by knockout.
Jacob.
Wilder knockout.
Crazy K.
Yeah, Wilder definitely by knockout, man. All the advantages, everything he did good against Joe Joyce. Wilder don't fight like nothing like that. He way faster than him. He more accurate and got more power. So the stuff he did get off, he not gonna get away with that with Wilder. Plus the reach advantage is just way like his arm's short as hell. He not finna like Wilder's finna sleep him early. It ain't going 3, I don't think. His arm's too short. It's a lot of disadvantages. So that's how I see it.
Coach.
Wilder knockout.
Damn, short and sweet, huh, Coach?
Yep. I mean, you in both film studies really just showing that it's just not good for the other guy.
Yeah.
And Wilder is like we still ain't even seen everything he improved on too. So it's still unknown variables in this whole with Wilder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Hellenius, when in that fight, Hellenius was like he sparred Wilder for the Fury fight. So and he was saying, Wilder can't really box on the back foot. And he thought that coming into that fight, and he got knocked out on the back foot. He was like, damn, Wilder improved. So it's still shit. We don't even know Wilder.
It's,
you know
it's what I suggested in the film study that he's been working on with
Malik Scott.
Malik Scott. Yeah, we'll see how good it gets. I mean, would I say he looked great on the back foot? Hell no, bro. I mean, he still got some footwork issues, but obviously if he can get a knockout at a somewhat high level from doing it, then he's good enough on it. You know what I mean? So and plus, Wilder fighting on a back foot is a fucking problem, bro. I mean, he's just too tall, too long of a reach, too much power. To have, if you got to step to him to create, some type of exchange, you step into some shit.
Hell yeah. You trying to cross the street in front of a semi real quick.
Right, for real, yeah. Literally. But all right, let's move along. This one, of course, is a half a film study.
Wait, before you go to that one, you mentioned something. I stepped up, so I couldn't hear it completely. But something about he started using lateral movement in his last fight because of he was trying to adjust to something. What was that?
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll just go back. Let me find it. Well, what I said was he was trying to adjust to the defensive deficiencies that he had with the extended high guard and the long guard, and how he wasn't that great at doing either one, and his footwork didn't match either one. Um, so instead, he started to use, or I guess Malik Scott tried to implement lateral movement into his game, but that's a guess. You know what I'm saying? That's a straight up guess, but it makes sense. It
I,
logically follows.
I think that's a good guess. I would say they're not doing enough to correct the problem.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I got you.
I would say
You want me to play it again, Coach?
Sure.
All right.
a lot of stuff that worked with Fury, it's just not gonna work with nobody else because nobody else is that tall. Nobody else got that reach and size or none of that shit.
The
So
reason why we saw Wilder.
Yeah, what you saying?
I was saying like stuff that Fury was able to do, nobody else gonna be able to implement that because they don't have the size, they don't have the reach over
Yeah, for
Wilder,
sure.
none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be difficult for somebody else to duplicate anything he was doing.
Yeah, nah. I wasn't even suggesting that. That's why I wasn't really talking about specifically what Fury was doing. I'm just talking
Yeah,
about the technique of what Wilder was doing. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
But
Perhaps this is the reason why we saw Wilder start off using all that lateral movement in his last outing to make up for the defensive deficiencies in and around the equal positioning. Time will tell.
yeah, that's all I said on that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's.
Parker has shown he likes to
I think. I think that it helps, right? It doesn't because he's just not that good at understanding what he's really supposed to do with that lead hand. I don't think he has enough IQ to really say, okay, I know what to do all the time with it. And constantly disengaging and constantly moving to angles, constantly forcing the distance to change and allowing him to set a trap with that, I think is good boxing. I just don't think they've corrected the problem at its core, right? It's still gonna be there. That's not gonna be it because at some point he's gonna stay stationary because that's who he is. That's how he drives his power, right? That's he doesn't he can he
I
can punch pretty solid on the move a little bit, but what he likes to do is sit down on that right
I
hand.
I kind of disagree because in other than a Fury fight, he set up the knockouts with his lead hand a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like in Wade Joseph Parker fighting, like if he try to go for the body first, like he trying to do, like he gonna end up like Spilker. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I think
yeah,
you're misunderstanding my point because my point isn't whether he doesn't. The point is in a long guard, he doesn't really understand the mechanics of how to use the long guard as a method of punch traffic. He just kind of leaves it out there and he hopes he doesn't get hit. He's not really doing anything to change to take away punching angles. And you know you're right that it helps that Fury is tall and long, and so he can. But the point is, there was punching angles that were available to him because of the fact that he just lets that arm out straight, and he doesn't do anything to
yeah,
take away the angle up top. Right, that's the problem. Right, he doesn't. He just leaves it out there, thinks he's good, and he's not. And of
yeah.
course,
Sometimes he
Listen, hold
really
on.
do.
Let me add to it real quick. The fact that Wilder uses a pull with the long guard lets you know exactly where his, you know what I'm saying, his skill set is with using it. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to use a pull with the long guard. You're supposed to keep your feet under you and back out of range or change the angle, get off the angle of attack or get off the line of attack. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you use a pull, your feet are no longer under you. You know what I'm saying? You're heavy on the back
Be
leg and
off balance.
you're falling back off balance. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, but go ahead.
yeah. I definitely hear what you said, but yeah, I think this like a 95 to 5% fight, man. If I could go to sleep early.
95.5. Nah, I got it closer than that. I probably got it like I probably got it like 65-35 Wilder.
How many rounds you think?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know, man.
It ain't. I don't think it's going
It
past.
could go. I mean, bro. I mean, it's Deontay Wilder. It can go 1. It can go 12.
Yeah.
And he can get a knockout in any one of them. Butch, man, I thought you was gone, bro. That's why I kicked you. You've been on mute the whole time. But anywho, let's keep it moving. Oh, there you go. Butch, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, man? No, I just have to get somewhere where it's quiet, innit? I can hear you.
I got you. Hey, I mean, at any point in time, you could cuss Crazy K out if you want.
No problem, Mr. James, man. You was breaking down the film very you and the folks were breaking down the film very, very gradually.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah, it is loud. It's loud where you at. All right. Let's keep going now. Hold on. 65-35 is way too close. Okay.
Y'all think
Why is
what
that?
y'all think should be the main event? Wilder and Parker or Joshua Wallin?
I don't care.
Yeah, that's the manufacturer stuff that I feel like Wilder be talking about with Joshua. Like, I mean, that's because Eddie with his arm, so of course he gonna do that. But we know what the main event really is. That I think Wilder fight gonna be the most explosive fight. I'm pretty sure it is, but that don't really matter though.
Yeah. So I mean the reason. So yeah, I see the 90-10 Wilder 65-35 is way too close. I see 80-20. Bro, you talking about a fighter that don't win rounds.
Yeah, see that too.
That's not, bro. Hold on. You talking about a fighter that don't win rounds. So to say 65-35 is too close is ridiculous.
But James, the thing about it is when people say that, like Wilder he losing this many rounds, the rounds that he lost is not nobody ever hurt Wilder except Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury. So anybody talking about when he losing rounds, it ain't like they beating Wilder up or he getting hurt. You know, they just winning off a couple more shots, but it ain't like no devastating.
Couple more shot, bro. No, they win it because he's getting outboxed because the motherfucker's technique is terrible.
But they not doing no damage to him, you know. So he buying his time. But it ain't like they just winning. Oh, they didn't black his eye, they didn't bust his nose, they didn't knock him down. They ain't doing none of that.
Was beating his ass.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I understand what you're saying, but what they got to do with what they're saying? 90-10, 80-20, and 65-35 is too close.
Because them rounds don't mean that everybody know Parker finna go to sleep. He can win.
Round, bro. If it go 12, all right. So everybody know Parker going to sleep, bro. If it go 12, them rounds mean everything.
Yeah, but it ain't going 12. Wilder don't fight like that, man. You know what's finna happen out there.
Man, you a fan, bro.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna talk about it.
That's my favorite fighter of all time. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, okay.
Matter
of fact, next time you lead with that, all right?
Yeah, that's what he do, though, man.
Fighter all time. Yeah, crazy.
Did he just say Wilder the greatest of all time?
No, his favorite fighter all time.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
All right, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's get it. My guy Jacob, you still up?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. So it's on you, man. Wanna pause it? Just let me know.
Yeah. Probably won't have much to add.
That notification, class in session.
Well, you will at the end.
Yeah, I got it.
Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Class in session.
Anthony Joshua takes on tough contender Otto Wallin ahead of a highly anticipated showdown against Deontay Wilder. Let's get into it. The hard-hitting Joshua these days prefers to play the role of front foot counterpuncher, a niche in which he's still clearly experiencing growing pains. Beyond intangibles like a penchant for passivity, Joshua has some technical issues that have hindered his transition into the second stage of his game, namely issues initiating his own offense. In the open stance, two educated fighters will attempt to establish their lead hand over their opponents in what manifests as a hand fight of probes to get their lead hand literally over the other. Top hand wins the lead hand punch lane and can begin to mount their own offense. So as it turns out, the fighter who most frequently wins the hand battle is likely winning the fight. Even more educated fighters will turn the hand fight into a feint, obliging the battle only to take the probe away once the opponent extends and opens a lane. Anthony Joshua has found himself at times on the opposite end of these exchanges, chasing his opponent's hands and in turn getting his gloves feinted out of position and leaving openings for offense.
That boy talk fast as hell. Shit sound like rush homework, Jacob.
Damn. Having been spoken to death on the channel, I'm sure you're aware of this issue. A jab while a punch is still Joshua extending himself in the punching range with a defensive tool, i.e. the lead hand out of play. A single jab at mid-range is the weakest punch he could choose to throw, and without the threat of anything else behind it and being in range to be hit by either hand of his opponent means it's often countered by much harder punches. This becomes a glaring issue for Joshua when he's forced to initiate his own offense, showcasing a clear lack of development in the area.
Yeah, he talking fast, way faster than the video.
AJ can at times be guilty of lunging with his backhand and remaining front foot heavy for a beat too long. Sometimes reaching so badly he becomes squared or forward shifts, or improperly changing levels and lunging forward with the stab jab. These not only open countering opportunities for his opponent, but also opportunities if they're seeking escape routes. Keep this in mind. Joshua tries a variety of tactics to defend against a southpaw opponent attempting to take his weak side, some better than others. Sometimes he will use a control arm to physically disrupt his opponent from gaining advantageous positioning. Other times he will take a step back in order to create enough distance to conserve equal positioning. If he does neither, he will attempt to counter while leaving his feet relatively stationary. Normally, when attacking an opponent who is taking your weak side, it is more efficient to step out with your rear leg to match the position and then throw. Utilizing offense before turning to match your opponent's new position makes it much harder to land accurately, especially with the backhand, which must now be thrown across the body. If the backhand misses, you're significantly out of position afterwards, since you still need to turn anyway to return to the 50-50, though by now your opponent has already set his feet. When under duress, AJ will sometimes use an active high guard to block fire from his enemy, and usually as insurance as he backs out on a linear line. The active high guard differs from the regular inactive high guard in that the shields become mobile and can be moved to pick off shots. Ultimately, however, a high guard is a high guard and the same weaknesses still exist. The greater defensive mobility of the active high guard is balanced by the fact that now your shields can be feinted out of position to create even more openings than usual. In previous outings under the tutelage of Derek James, Joshua has worked to add a step-around game to his toolkit. Though James will not be the head coach for Joshua during training camp for this fight, it's not unlikely we will still see Joshua trying to step out of equal positioning against Wallin. Stepping to his left or weak side isn't a bad idea against a southpaw opponent, which in doing so can help him line up his backhand.
All right. So, obviously we don't have the other half of that film
I was about to
study.
say, no Wallin.
But Jacob does have some notes on it. Obviously it was meant to be a full film study, but shit happens. Jacob,
I got you. So Otto Wallin, he's a tricky southpaw. We talked about AJ's susceptibility to chase the hands in the lead hand battle. Odo has shown that he can kind of play that game where he turns that probe into a feint to get his off. Outside of that, his issues are gonna be he has a long guard. He kind of has what we talked about with Wilder a couple minutes ago, where what he'll do is he'll either stand stationary with his long guard to try to block punch lanes, but obviously if you're just standing there with your arms out and you're trying to stuff punch lanes, you're just stuck in the mud. And what he tries to do commonly,
footwork doesn't match the long guard. Got you.
Yeah. So like what he tries to do to fix that is literally what we just talked about. Coincidentally, is he tries to pull with the long guard, which, I mean, you're still in line. You're still in line for punches, so it doesn't really.
Yep, and you lost your feet. Yep.
Yeah. So other things he does, he likes to take weak side with head control. We talked about earlier the difference between taking weak side with controlling the head versus controlling the hand. Correct me if I'm wrong, James, but if an opponent is reaching, wouldn't that be a decent opportunity to take control with head control rather than controlling the hand?
If the opponent's already punching?
Yeah, so like if
the punch is extended and he's reaching, I mean, so that would be a very quick control. I mean, I guess you're right, but I mean, think about that though. Opponents are punching and reaching. You think you have enough time to think, yo, control the head or just move? You know what I mean?
Word. Got you. So we talked about that.
Right. Well, first, and hold on. And if you have enough time to think, yo, I'm gonna control the head, shit, that's just a counter punch. I mean, why not just knock his head off?
Yeah, I mean, Wallin does have a check 3 in his game, so he likes to turn.
Talking about for that AJ backhand that he reaches with.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So an issue that Wallin has in doing that though, sometimes he likes to angle out just in a high guard, right? So sometimes he just likes to go towards, basically going towards punch lanes with no type of control, no type of anything. You know, obviously, you don't want to do that, as we basically mentioned a million times. So
all right, he's talking about stepping. All right, so if he's getting backed up, he's talking about Wallin stepping. God damn it, dog. Go lay down. He's talking about stepping left or right after Wallin's getting backed up. What he'll do is he'll either step pivot to the right, just in a high guard, no control, doesn't try to control his opponent's arm, doesn't try to do shit to make that angle change safer. So it could be a Joshua left hook meeting him there, or a right hook meeting him up the other way.
Exactly.
Right, I see what you're saying.
All right. So another thing that Wallin likes to do, Wallin likes to cross step while he's moving laterally. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, Wallin's footwork is not very good. So cross stepping laterally, obviously, it's just does it not decrease how you're able to move, James?
Cross stepping laterally, no, it just makes you severely off balance.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously you're off balance. And does it not also make it harder for you?
Think about it, Jake. If you get hit with a punch while your feet are crossed, bro, you're going down.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You definitely stuck.
Exactly. But does it also not make it a bit more difficult for you to land, for you to utilize lateral cracks?
So how in the hell? So if your feet are crossed, how the hell are you gonna punch?
Exactly.
How you gonna put power behind a punch? You're just gonna end up being more off balance. I mean, anybody that is trying to imagine that shit, just get up, step your right foot over towards over
Yeah,
towards your
yeah.
left foot to where it's crossed and throw punches. Bruh, nah, it ain't gonna work for you.
Nah. So, and another thing he does is uses his lead foot first to go backwards. So obviously it just makes the whole thing slower, right? And during that time where he gathers with his front foot towards his back foot, it's a similar thing to where his base is compromised, his balance is compromised, his options offensively, defensively are pretty much nil. And just imagine, right? So let's say he's in range with Joshua. He's at mid range, right? And Joshua throws a 1-2, and he tries to go back with his front foot first, right? The one misses, but the 2 hits because he's still in line because he can't get off the line fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Was that right? Does that make sense?
Nah, he's still in range because it's not fundamental footwork. So fundamental footwork is back foot backwards, front foot forwards, right foot to the right,
To the right.
left foot to the left. You know what I'm saying? So until you actually move those legs or those feet in according to that, you're not significantly moving your position.
Yeah.
So if I'm stepping backwards with my lead leg first, my head hasn't moved anywhere, maybe an inch, maybe 2. Again, get up and do it. But if I move with the back leg first, trying to go backwards, now I already moved the distance, and I just got to follow with my lead leg, and that's the new spot I'm at.
Yeah.
So if you move front leg first, trying to go backwards, you ain't moving nowhere, and then you're finally moving when you take that other half step with the back leg. So it makes it easier for Joshua to come forward with offense and land something.
And the last thing I wanted to say is simply he has a very big issue with a single mid-range jab. And obviously, Joshua being the much bigger puncher, that could be a very big problem for him.
Gotcha. Read your whole conclusion.
All right, I got you. Give me a second. Okay. While I believe Odo can be a tricky knight, he may provide too many opportunities for the much more heavy-handed Joshua to capitalize on. He might be elusive enough to spoil the show and not get caught for the number of defensive issues outlined previously, while taking advantage of AJ's flaws on the front foot, but whether it will be enough to impress judges in Saudi when there will likely be huge pressure to favor Joshua given their plans for him going forward, I can't say for certain.
I feel that.
That was it?
Let me know you got in the comment section.
All right. All right, bet. But all right, so what?
He got Joshua. He got Joshua.
What's your pick, your official pick?
Yeah, so I'm essentially favoring Joshua. I don't think
decision?
I'll go decision. I just don't see Joshua being it goes into a lot of intangibles that I don't like to even talk about, but essentially he's not
going to be aggressive enough to get the knockout.
Yeah, essentially. So and even if Odo freaking is very negative, bro, he's not going to win a decision in Saudi doing that shit. So
well, yeah, but Joshua still got to play his part in that too and let his hands go.
True. And
yeah, go ahead.
And if Odo does decide to be a little bit more aggressive, he'll just get knocked the fuck out.
Got you. Body shot, how you got it?
So this is an interesting fight because AJ's style has been changing over the time, so it's kind of hard to see what he's gonna give.
That's a fact.
But the thing is with Wallin,
he's with Ben Davis in this fight instead of James.
That's like his 4th trainer in like the past 3 years, which is raises an eyebrow. But the thing is, Usyk, I noticed he gave him a lot of trouble because of the variations of the backhand, and Joshua didn't really know how to read when that backhand was coming. Usyk is like just really playing around with Joshua with that. I don't know if Wallin has that same skill of being able to, throw different variations of his backhand, tricky like a Usyk would. He comes forward a lot. He leaves his head square, and then also he drops his lead hand a lot, trying to parry. Like either I don't know if he like is worried about stat. I remember in the Fury fight, he would just drop his lead hand a lot, and I don't know if he was trying to parry a jab. I don't know if he was afraid of the cross coming or whatnot, but he might eat the left hook trying to do that against Joshua. But I either have a close decision. Um, just like Jacob said, I don't know if they're going to give Wallin a decision unless he makes it clear cut against Joshua. But or maybe I'll favor a knockout by Joshua. Just like that's pretty much how I see it.
Crazy K.
Yeah, man. This fight, to me, it's like 50-50 because we don't know what Joshua gonna show up. And like when he get hit, like it, even if whatever's happening, when Wallin hit him, it's like he like get Bambi legs every time he get hit. So that shit had me like nervous, not knowing what he gonna do, because it always seemed like he finna fall. So I'm just like, in a way, I want him to win, but then I kind of don't, because he was talking about fighting for a title instead of Wilder. So I don't really know. I don't know. It's a 50-50 fight to me. I really can't even pick a winner, but it could go either way because he might get stopped just because his chin, he got like a glass chin to me, man. And I can't really trust him out there.
Hey, bro, you don't gotta worry about Bambi legs with Wallin, bro.
Nah, I mean, I don't know why did he do so good against Fury though. I don't understand that about him, but I think if I was to pick one, I'm gonna say Joshua. I'm gonna say Joshua gonna win by decision. I'll say by decision.
All right, Coach.
So the things that Jacob that you pointed out, that was solid about Joshua. I agree that those are problems. Do I think Wallin actually takes advantage of them? He's not Usyk.
That's a fact.
So that obviously Usyk created the environment for him to take advantage of this. He set all of that up. He did it exactly like Jacob said. He did, with the lead hand. I don't see that kind of game in Wallin to be able to get to expose him that way. I also
Well, let me say real quick. Wallin does have a lead hand play game as a southpaw, but is it Usyk? Nah, bro.
That's
But
what I
you
was
know what I
saying.
mean? Yeah, but go
yeah,
ahead.
and so he it's got some probes, but I feel like Usyk is more complete, right? He's got
Yeah,
he's
I
got
agree.
he's got feints with it. He's and all the he's got just a lot more to his game, and so I just don't think Wallin is going to be in that position to take advantage. If Joshua can somehow start to land his jab, it will be an easier night for him. But if it's not, it could get drawn out. But I do agree that he's not getting Wallin is not getting no decision.
Decision, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not.
But you still with us, bro? Are you in a place so you can talk?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. What you got?
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup. Obviously, like your other compatriot said, Otto Wallin is not Usyk. I don't think he has the footwork, or I don't think he really has the genuine skills or the dynamic offenses of Usyk to cause Joshua those type of problems. Joshua does have some divot holes in his game. Like you said, he's a bit heavy on his front foot. I want to know if he's gonna implement. What did he really learn from Derek James? What caused him to go over and switch over trainers? Is he going to implement?
I think it was something that didn't have anything to do with like being disappointed or unhappy with Derek James. I can't remember. Yeah, it was a scheduling thing. I think it was. So, but that's kind of weird too, because why the fuck would you not go with the highest paid fighter you got? But anyway, go ahead.
That's a
So,
good
Jim,
point.
Sometimes you don't want to deal with that type of grown ass man, a fucking diva.
Oh damn! Here, body shot go.
Hey, I will say this. I will say this about heavyweights.
Hold, well,
I've trained some, and they're
coach.
fucking divas. And they're fucking divas, man.
Go ahead, Butch. You wasn't done.
No, I appreciate that, sir, man. It's good to hear from these collective minds. You know what I'm saying? They definitely know more than I do, so I'll be honored to hear what they're saying. You know what I'm saying, Mr. James?
I hear you. So how do I got the fight? I got to favor Joshua. But I got Joshua by decision. I don't have Joshua by knockout. Huh?
Did you watch the Gassiev fight by any chance?
The Gat? Yeah. No, not recently. No.
I saw that, John.
Garcia.
Murat Garcia.
Gassiev. Yeah, nah. So I haven't recently watched it, but let me explain why I got it by decision. It's not because I don't think Joshua could knock out Wallin. I think he can if he lets his hands go. It's the fact that Wallin knows how to fight negative, and I think he'll just keep moving and eventually just survive in there and survive 12. So so that's why I got Joshua by decision, especially in Saudi Arabia. But go ahead, Butch.
Yes, that's an interesting take there. I do have Anthony Joshua by late stoppage, maybe somewhere around the 9th to 10th round. If Otto Wallin can uphold the punishment that AJ is going to unleash on him, I believe that right hand is going to be stapled straight to Otto Wallin's face all night. He doesn't really have any great agile. He's not really the most mobile heavyweight. His opposition. I don't go by resumes, obviously, but it is a tale of the tape to see what kind of opposition he has come against with someone like AJ. I think AJ is going to mentally break him down in the later rounds, drag him into deep waters. I believe that AJ's been ready for this camp. I believe he's got a point to prove tomorrow.
Yeah, nah. So I think that's very possible, but I think AJ's got to go to his body early to make that shit possible. And we'll see what the game plan is. Again, I ain't giving nobody no game plans.
He used to be seek and destroy. He used to be seek and destroy, and then he turned into a technical fighter trying to break guys down with his jab.
I tell Rize.
Hey, but don't they got some film studiers in that Ben Davison camp?
I mean, of course, it's Ben Davison and Lee Wiley. They both study film, but
I don't
give a damn, bro. I don't trust nobody.
Wallin said he recorded all their sparring sessions from a long time ago. He wasn't supposed to, but he recorded on his phone.
That ain't gonna do shit.
I want to know if Otto
Joshua didn't change multiple times.
I want to know if Otto Wallin is going to be able to set up any trap counters. Is he going to be able to change levels on someone like AJ with his imposing size and his Olympic pedigree?
I think eventually if he gets caught, he's gonna get caught on his not controlling AJ's hands when he tries to change them angles.
Hey,
or it could be the front foot first shit, but that'd just be silly, bro. If he ain't clean that up, damn, it's gonna be like a 1-2 up the middle.
Yeah, I don't know how you can call yourself a back foot fighter doing that shit.
For Bob Fishsticks, he said why was Wilder's hands wrapped during the weigh-ins? Because he was trying on gloves in the back right before
they said that on
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, man. To my US guy that said that UK fighters are this and that. Hopefully Wilder doesn't make any excuses. hopefully Wilder doesn't make any excuses if he loses to Joseph Parker. Hopefully he doesn't wear any suits. No one. He needs to make sure his water's being checked. We know. We don't make those type of excuses.
Hey. So look though, when after this fight, if Wilder and Joshua both win, there's no excuses for it not to happen next. If Joshua don't take the fight, is he ducking?
How can he be ducking if he's trying to become 3-time champion?
Oh my God!
It doesn't make any sense.
See, look, this whole card is set up for them to fight next, so nothing should come in between that. And like
How?
Derek
How?
Chisora,
How, sir? How? I'm trying to make legacy, build my legacy. I don't need you. I don't need you. I've already my legacy cemented without you or
see, you
with you.
scared, man. You
No,
scared
no
of that
one's scared.
Why?
No one's scared. I'm saying if he doesn't go for a belt, if it's not the winner out of Usyk and Fury next, then go and fight Wilder. There's no excuse. Wilder. That's it.
Right,
Wilder.
no, that's what I'm saying. He talking about a vacant title though against Herkovich.
No vacant title. No, listen. What I'm saying to you is that if Fury comes, if he becomes successful and defeats Usyk, Usyk pound for pound guy Usyk, then that Wilder, that AJ and Fury fight is bigger than Wilder.
I don't think so, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
understand
telling
what
you.
you're saying.
I'm telling you so.
Right,
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, because the UK fan base exploded, and I mean, it probably eclipsed the United States fan base by now.
the thing about it
So
is, oh, go ahead, my bad.
yeah, nah. So I'm saying that Fury AJ fight would be huge over there, fam.
That's
Like,
a fact.
Over there, but
everybody tuning in, bro.
Fury wasn't when he won a belt from Klitschko. Nobody even cared about that. They didn't care about Fury till he
Yeah,
fought
no, it's
Wilder.
That
not.
was years
Yeah, no,
ago,
I
though.
hear you.
You know what
But
I'm saying? So
I hear you, but I'm saying it's just the matchup itself. If they're both, if it's AJ versus Fury, bro, that matchup itself, two UK dudes, man, that shit's gonna be fucking
Two UK superstars.
I mean,
ridiculous
I
out
know
there.
that's huge in the UK, but worldwide, I think Joshua versus Wilder
Wilder.
is more popular.
Me
Nah,
too.
why do you say Wilder's more popular worldwide than?
No, I'm not saying he's more popular. I'm saying the fight
The
itself would
fight
sell
is
more.
that's what
more
I
everybody
don't
wants.
think so. For no belt, nah, bro. I don't think so.
Because it's
I
undisputed.
think so because
Man.
people have been wanting to
Undisputed.
see that fight for hella long.
Yeah.
No. This is
All the
undisputed.
casual,
Undisputed.
all the casual fans that I know of all talking about when we're going to see Joshua
Yeah.
versus Wilder. I don't ever
Yeah,
hear nobody say I want to see Fury
Fury
versus
and
AJ.
Wilder. Right. This whole card, they
but
talking about
motherfuckers,
why
bro,
ain't Fury and Wilder fighting?
motherfuckers still fights in the United
In the
States,
UK,
man.
of course, I agree. Duh. I mean,
And
Fury versus
in
Fury
Europe,
versus AJ.
sir. And in
Fury,
Europe, sir. And in Europe.
Fury,
Not just America. And in Europe. They're saying they want Fury.
UK fans rather him fight Fury than Wilder. That's all it is because they know.
No.
I mean, yeah,
Europe,
UK fans, but
and Europe.
worldwide, man,
Yeah.
I think America would tune in for that. I mean,
Man,
yeah,
that
there's
shit will
Bro,
probably
I think both fights are huge, but for undisputed AJ versus Fury, I think that shit is bigger just because it's that big in the UK, fam.
I think that shit will
Yeah.
probably break records over there.
The Saudis want
Yeah.
Wilder and Fury.
well, if it's
They
for
paying
undisputed,
for it.
yeah, that could change up the whole thing. But overall, I think the public wants to see,
Wilder
The
AJ
promotional, the
versus
promotional
Wilder.
companies will definitely pay for AJ versus Fury.
hmm
And whatever network it's on is definitely gonna pay for it, whether it's ESPN or whatever, bro. It's gonna
But
be a pay-per-view, all that shit. So
you know why
No,
everybody?
man, he just fought in Ghana.
I mean, if he
in Saudi Arabia, man.
if he get the Fury fight, I mean, I'd rather Wilder, but I accept that. But if he not fighting Fury for undisputed,
well,
there's
look,
no excuse for Joshua
no,
not to
no,
fight
no, no,
Wilder.
and that's if Fury beats Usyk, shit, and that's a
Right.
tall fucking task,
Yeah,
especially, goddamn, especially after what the fuck he looked like.
and
Damn,
do they got a rematch?
Fine,
like
that's
that
fine,
shouldn't even.
that's fine. That's
what I'm
fine.
saying.
That's fine. He can
It
look
should
like
be
that.
Joshua and
We
Wilder.
ain't gonna look like that against. I told you when everyone counts him out, he ain't gonna look like that against Usyk. I'm telling you that now.
I hope not, bro. This shit
Come on,
look terrible.
Yeah, of course, he looked terrible. Man. It's we'll find a UFC fight, man. You didn't come prepared. The mental warfare you didn't. You get me? It wasn't there. It wasn't there.
What about what y'all think about Joshua mental right now? His mental his mentality. I don't think he all the way. Like I think that's gonna affect him in the fight too. That's why I'm.
Well, I tell you what, I don't like. You know, what I'm saying that my prayers are answered. I'm gonna win. I don't like that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't
Everything
like
you be
that shit.
saying be weird.
That's just personal to me. You know what I mean?
You don't like who, Mr.
My
James?
personal preference.
I don't know. Like I don't really like to look too deep into people's like mental and shit. But once you see it affect them in the ring, that's when I start to point it out. And AJ hasn't been the same person. When he's in that ring, he looks like he questions himself. He over anticipates too much, and he just thinks he overthinks everything. I don't like the way his brain isn't wired correctly when he's in that ring.
Yep.
That's what matters the most.
Since the Andy Ruiz fight, he haven't been the same in there. It's like he nervous, and when he get hit, he's wobbling every time. That's what I was saying earlier. Like he not the same as he be gun shy.
You
You never know.
You said he's wobbling.
Yeah.
You said he's wobbling. He's getting hit in his head by 250, 30 plus pound men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he be just too shaky in there for me, man. I'll be hoping he don't fall because I want to see the Wilder.
Well,
fight,
I'll be hoping. Is Wilder gonna wear that knee brace again? Is he gonna wear that knee brace? I'll be crying. Is he gonna wear that knee brace? Man, I haven't seen that guy throw a competitive punch in about how long.
Wilder, he knocked out everybody.
Wilder hasn't fought more than 3 competitive rounds in almost 2 years.
We know Wilder getting a knockout though. We don't gotta worry about that.
Oh, he should. He should.
Well, we don't know that, but
no. Excuse me. How long?
This is boxing, bro. Anything can happen.
How long do you think Joseph Parker had for training? How long do you think he had for this training camp? How long do you think?
It don't even matter. Wilder knocked out everybody he fought. So
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He didn't knock out Tyson Fury. He
didn't knock out Fury in the first fight.
Knocked down.
No, knock down.
Like, okay, look, this is what I want to say. When he knocked Helenius out, that Fury was knocked out the same way. They just didn't wave it off they were supposed to.
Bro.
What the hell? No.
Helenius ain't get up to like a minute later, bro.
And that was Helenius off.
That
was Helenius off no drugs. The one that we fought, the Helenius that we fought was on drugs, by the way.
Look, besides Fury, he knocked everybody out, right?
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect.
Yeah, it's not incorrect. He knocked everybody out.
No, incorrect, sir. He didn't. Who was it that he didn't knock out? He went 12 rounds with.
Look, you finna say something silly right now. He's Stavern, and then he first round Stavern.
He stopped everybody else.
Yeah, everybody. So he knocking Parker out tomorrow. We already know.
So again, I said it in a film study, bro. He's not been up in the ring against a fighter he hasn't knocked down. Now, obviously he didn't beat Tyson Fury.
And that's it. Everybody else, he knocked everybody else out. Not even down. He knocked them out.
Yeah.
So come on now.
I mean, he went the distance with Stivern.
That's a lie, sir. That's a lie, sir. He didn't knock out Richard Green, sir. He didn't knock out. He didn't knock out Richard Green Jr. Richard Green Jr. had a wrist injury and they stopped the fight. He didn't knock him out.
Oh, okay.
So incorrect.
Technical on your ass.
Incorrect. Yeah, I told you, man. Don't say
he got all knockouts, bro.
It's a TKO though.
No, it's not, sir. No, it's not boxing gem. It's a RTD, sir.
No,
did Wilder break his wrist with a punch?
I mean, that still counts towards the knockout record.
He got all knockouts, bro. You can't deny that.
Fury said that Wilder hit his high guard with a jab, and he said he almost broke his wrist just with a jab. That's how hard Wilder punches. So he could have broke his wrist with a punch.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see how this shit shape out, man. Y'all funny though, but hilarious on the panel. Shit. Well, anybody else got anything to say about this shit? This shit was gonna be a good time, not a long time.
Make sure y'all up.
I had 6 hours tomorrow, 7 hours, so I ain't want to make this shit too long.
Yeah, make sure y'all up though. Don't forget it's in the morning time.
Right. What's this UK stuff, man? What are you talking about? Dubois. What are you talking about? Dubois is fighting monsters. He's fighting back-to-back monsters. You can't say that about your heavyweights.
I'm just
you can't
saying,
say that about your heavyweights.
Look,
you ain't got none. You ain't got none.
UK fighters. This how y'all.
Jared Anderson was crying with Roy Jones. He's crying, talking about he doesn't love boxing. We love boxing.
Yeah,
we love it. We love it. Fabio Woodley.
Look, y'all talking about
shit. If you love it so much, why don't you go train and do what Jared Anderson does?
Y'all talking
about and then you have that same energy.
Y'all talking about
hold on, sir. I'm not accepting this. Hold on, sir. Let me get my.
Y'all talking about he has no class just because he pushed him in a way and like, come on, man, that's his soft and clear. It's a fight. That's what I mean. Like, y'all be soft, man. UK people just like.
I used to train, sir.
They all shake hands in a way, and it ain't no animosity.
What up, Jacob? What you want to say?
Yeah, you were gonna ask somebody a question.
Yes.
I used to train, sir. I've got my medals right here. Got my medals right here. Right here.
Said he really does this.
I used to. I used to.
Definitely yeah, Butch is definitely a amateur fighter.
Yeah, bro. You see these fucking hands? Yeah. You see these hands?
Let's get it, Butch.
You see these hands? See these hands? Yeah. Trust me. I used to do this stuff.
I didn't even know he was on the screen.
Did somebody question? Did somebody test this gangster?
Yeah, he told him if he.
No, you did. You don't remember what you just said?
Me? What did I say?
You
said told him to go do it. Then
you said go do it. Go do what Jared Anderson does.
No, I said okay. What I mean is go fight on the big screen, train 8 hours a day, professional style, not amateur style, and then see if you have that same. You know what I mean?
Correct. No, you're correct, sir. You're correct, sir. You're correct, sir. Not obviously.
And I'm not here to roast nobody. I'm just I wasn't even trying to like roast you when I was being like honest. Like, let's see if for everybody that said he's soft and shit, go do what Jared Anderson does, and let's see if you still love boxing the same way.
No, you're correct, sir. You're correct, sir. You're factually correct. Obviously, you get me. You're just making a factual statement. But what I'm saying is, what I'm seeing from him, he said he doesn't love the sport. He was crying.
Yeah,
that means that to me doesn't prove. If you go back in the past and look at the real heavyweight champions of that division, they don't have that type of demeanor. They didn't have that type of focus. They didn't have that getting arrested for DUIs and carrying that stupidness.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Arrested for a DUI.
Yes,
I think when
I didn't hear about that.
He gonna fold too. I think when he step up in competition, somebody gonna get him because he don't got the mentality for this. To me,
you see guys like Daniel Dubois. We don't mind. He took a couple losses to the best elite level guys.
So Butch, who you got between Dubois and Miller tomorrow?
Well, like I said, I don't know if is your boy going to be on the juice. Is he going to be on the juice?
Is he
going to be on that? Is he going to be on that horse?
He passed the test already, bro.
That horse tranquilizer? Is he going to go for the horse tranquilizer? Or is what?
Nah, he passed the test already. He clean. He not under it like Fury was, but he clean this fight, man.
Oh, okay, no problem. Then that's a good. That's what I'm saying. That's a real 50-50 fight. I don't know what Gerald Miller looks like, man. I don't know what that guy looks like, man. I don't know what he's gonna look like. I have no idea. He's susceptible. He doesn't have no jab.
He's gonna look like 333 pounds.
Coming forward. Yeah,
he's gonna come forward like a steam truck. I want Dubois to work the stick. You get me, change levels to the body, to the head. He's not Gerald Miller. He's light on his he's light on his feet, but I don't know if that was because of the horse tranquilizer or that's actually his feet.
Hey,
good
hey, Butch, they said Fury was on that too. After the first fight, it's a dude from the UK that said Fury was on that. He was like, if Wilder don't do the same thing, he never gonna beat Fury. He said somebody said that from the UK.
No.
Of course, you'll be looking for them type of excuses.
Man, listen. But look, you know what? If as far as the first fight, I can literally prove. We all know the whole floppy glove situation. Look, hold on. Look, he had blood. He had blood on his hand wraps. Number one, that's impossible to get in a fight, right? Right or wrong?
How?
Exactly how. So look.
No. How is it impossible, bro?
Because your hands are inside the glove, where your knuckles are is inside the glove. There's no way that you can get blood on the knuckles of your hand wrap.
Soak through the hand wrap, bro.
I don't know about that.
Not through the glove, bro. Not through the glove. That's impossible.
Where your thumb is? Where your thumb is?
So where are you getting at with this? Of why the blood was in the hand wrap?
Okay, when he got knocked out and he was on the ground with his hands was flat out, you could see in the part of his glove, where the strings at, where it's tied at, you could see his knuckles, his fingers right there. You would never see like his fingers going down. You would never see that in that part of the glove because that should be up and tucked in the glove, wrapped around where the fist part is at. I can show you my gloves right now.
That just sounds like duck language.
So look,
that sounds like duck language.
Let me
if AJ loses and Fury wins, you're gonna be pissed to see that man again.
But look, I'm trying to tell y'all what I'm saying though. So that's why his glove was flopping like that, because his knuckles was in the string area of the glove, so he was hitting them with the knuckle part. That's why his gloves was flopping like that. That's why he had blood on his gloves. And you can see the tape on different parts of the fight. The tape was longer because the glove was extended. So
but those parts are taped. How would you even see his knuckle?
What? Hold on, let
How
me get
you
my
how
let me
you
get
how
my
you
glove to
know
show
how
y'all.
you know it was his blood?
It was Wilder's blood because it's glove. I mean,
Wait, it was Wilder's blood
yeah. I'm finna show
on
you. Hold on.
Tyson Fury's hand wraps.
So look, check this out.
Like you talking about beyond the
So
like what do you mean on the knuckle part of Tyson
yeah,
Fury?
hold on, let me show y'all. I don't know how to flip this camera. So look at that Bud Crawford I got up there.
All right, hold on.
But
Let me hit you with the layout.
yeah, so I'm finna show you. So on this part of the glove, you know, it was string. Hold on, it was strings on Fury's, but mine got tape on it, right? So Fury hands, this part, his knuckles was in this part. Hold on, his knuckles was right in this part right here.
I hear you. I mean, I understand, bro. I understand the theory.
Okay, that's why I was flopping like that. So basically, when he was hitting him and his glove was flopping, he was hitting Wilder with his knuckles on this part with his fist, with his knuckles right here on the glove. That's how he got blood on the hand wraps right here on the hand wraps, because it was in this part where the strings was.
Hey, bro, he had red tape.
Nah, bro. See, look, if you look at, they got all the screenshots, bro. It wasn't no red.
Wouldn't he break his wrist if he was punching?
Yeah, red tape on the glove.
6'7", 200+ pound man like that. Wouldn't he break his wrist doing that?
No, he didn't hit him with his wrist. His knuckles was in the wrist area of his glove, so he was hitting them through the. I wish I could show you the video, but you understand what I'm saying.
And how did he manage it? And are you saying was his gloves like that from the beginning of the fight, or did he take the other glove?
It was throughout the fight. That's why, look, when he went to the corner, he was telling Ricky Hatton, "Pull me glove down, pull me glove down." Like, the proof is there, bro. Like, if I was showing you fight film right now, you will be able to see everything I'm talking about.
Please, can you make that fact? Please, can you make that fact film? I'll pay you to make that fact.
I got a question.
Please.
I got a question.
Well, look, bro. I think this goes down to, I mean, the reason we have gloves in the first place, bro. The glove is not to protect the other the other fighters.
I was gonna say
hand, bro. It's
say
only
that.
to protect your hand.
I was just gonna say that.
Not,
right, but when your hand is in that glove, your knuckles will never get blood on it if it's in the glove properly.
Okay, cool. Now, so what I'm saying is, why do you think that that's such a factor in why Deontay Wilder lost?
Well, in that fight, what I'm saying is he was, first of all, that's cheating. So he was hitting him with his knuckles pretty much. But he knocked him out. It shouldn't have been a count. You know what I'm saying?
But you hear what I'm. But all right. So this is what I'm getting at, though. You hear what I'm saying, though, fam. So you're saying he's cheating on some shit that's gonna hurt him more than it's gonna hurt his opponent.
Nah, it's hurting Wilder because he was hitting him with his knuckles and his glove was flopping.
How did it hurt Wilder? He didn't even.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. Okay, so people get knocked out in boxing because of blunt force trauma. If you hit somebody with knuckles, you'll probably cause cuts more often than you cause as much blunt force trauma.
And the whole glove flopping is a whole distraction. It's a lot of stuff that happened in that fight, but either way, they called it a draw, and it should have been a draw. Wilder won that fight.
You know what makes the punch the more dangerous than anything?
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect.
The one thing that makes the punch so dangerous is when you could just punch someone as hard as you want and you don't feel it. That protection you get from that glove, when you have that, you know, I mean, I could just hit him and I don't got to worry about breaking my hand or nothing like that. I see it as a disadvantage to put your hand in that part, just knowing how easy it is to break your hand when you punch, and also he's actually decreasing his reach when he does that. Why would he hinder himself?
He's increasing his reach. But anyway, look.
No, I mean, if he's using a blinder, the only way he can increase his reach is if he throws it out as a blinder, and then he's not hitting him with the hard surface. He's hitting him with the shallow part of the glove because there's no fist behind it.
No,
so
he didn't hit him with that part. He threw that part out, hit him with the knuckle, and then caught him with the right. That's what he was doing. You can watch the fight.
I've already heard.
Hold on, body shot, bro. Real quick. I don't even watch bare knuckle boxing, bro. But I guarantee you, it's way more cuts than it is knockouts.
Yeah, I see that. But
I guarantee that. So I don't understand how much of an advantage of not having a glove on properly would be in a fight, fam. Especially on top of the fact that I can see all these missing skills from Wilder and why he's getting hit in the face in the fucking first place.
I understand that, but that's not the main reason I'm saying. But also, when you look at ConcuBox Fury only had 13 more punches than Wilder, which
man.
equals
We don't do CompuBox around these parts.
but I'm saying according to them though. So he hit Wilder 13 more times. That's one more punch in each round. You basically. And so
yeah,
look,
bro, that should be inaccurate like a motherfucker.
but that's
So-
I'm saying. But that's what they had. So
And-
if you doing that and you count 2 knockdowns, Wilder won that fight, bro.
Brody,
They
punch
just won
stats
it.
don't score fights, man.
I gave the fight to Fury, the first fight to Fury, but how do you knock him out in the third fight? What did he do to his gloves? Did he do anything to his gloves in the third fight?
That's the
second
most.
fight.
That's the look. We're gonna.
I know.
You
already,
wanna,
Jacob. I know that's
the
the second
fight, but we're gonna skip the second fight. And the third fight was the most. That was legit, but at the same time, he still used horsehair gloves, which is only legal in Vegas. It's not legal nowhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't he just give
Let's
Tyson
not do.
Fury-
Let's not
why
do
can't he
this.
just give Tyson
difference.
Fury the pound for pound
That's
credit?
Wilder's fault for not.
He destroyed Wilder. He's the better fighter. He had the better skills. He destroyed him with his footwork. He destroyed him with his ring rapport. He destroyed him with his
If
ring
he could-
IQ. He destroyed
he
him with
could
his
do all
heart.
that,
He
he would
cojones.
Hey,
He had
Wilder,
a better
Wilder,
game plan. He had a better
Why
game
does
plan.
it
He
so
was
hard to
number one.
believe that a 280, 300-pound man can knock somebody out and doesn't
Listen, it ain't.
tamper with his
But so
gloves?
look,
Doesn't
how
need to,
did he couldn't hurt him with none of those punches in the first fight, and then the second fight he just this monster.
his game
It was
plan
the-
was
hold on,
different
you
in
know,
those
because-
fights, dog.
Look, hold on. On top of that, he ducked that fight for a whole year. But when he did have to fight because he took him to court, he was training with what's the dude name? His sparring partner, whoever his name was. He took the padding out his gloves during sparring, right? And dude exposed him, and Ben Davis said, "Oh, well, it was to give Fury confidence."
Whoever
So
his name is, who's
that was
that?
all. That was all
Who's-
propaganda. That was
no,
all
it wasn't
lies.
proper. What you
That
was
was.
facts.
I've never heard any actual. So here's the thing. I saw that whole video. I saw the accusations. I saw the tweets from Barry Robinson. I think he believed it even.
It's not about belief.
But
Ben
hold on,
Davis
hold
said
on.
it himself.
Wait, let you speak. I have never seen actual solid evidence that proved that he removed. There's just a bunch of hearsay. There's a few pictures, and then there's a couple people's words. There's no solid evidence that shows, hey, this man removed padding from his gloves.
Listen,
Because if he did that, then this shit would be all over. This all was sensationalized.
So you talking about the sparring or the fight?
I'm talking about the sparring.
Okay, so this is how Ben Davis responded to that. When dude made the video, Ben Davis said, "Oh, that was to give Fury confidence in his power." That's a fact. So that's your fact right there. That's your proof right there.
Look, man.
So he did that in sparring, bro. Then he did
I don't
it in the
know.
fight.
I don't know where all these accusations keep coming from sparring partners saying he removed the padding from his glove.
Bro, you
that
can,
shit.
hold on. What's dude name? I know somebody know his name. I keep forgetting. What's the dude name? He was like, "You know who the fuck I am?" That dude. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man.
Oh, who is that, sir? Who is that, sir? Who is that?
We don't know.
What the fuck is his name?
We got 8 minutes.
We got to do this for the last 8 minutes.
You can look up the video, look up Ben Davis' response. So he did that, and nobody realized it until the fight. Once you see the fight, then you see Fury with all this power. You see Fury holding Wilder's arm, and you literally see his knuckles doing the his knuckles through the gloves. So
did you notice? Did you notice what he did in the first fight with Wilder? He was using step back, lateral traps, counters, right? It's harder to generate power off.
Fury can box, bro, but that ain't what it was that beat Wilder.
The strategy of the second fight was to sit down. He was coming towards Deontay Wilder. He said he literally figured it out in round 12.
Why did Fury have them remove the pictures the next day?
Excuse me, sir. Are you in agreement that Fury is a better fighter than Wilder?
He's a better boxer, yeah. But if you're a better boxer, you don't gotta cheat.
Oh, bro, why are you ignoring every technical, skillful?
You can be. If you're a better boxer, you don't have to cheat. Obviously, he knew from the first fight that even with his skills, you still get knocked out. That's why a lot of people better than Wilder in boxing, but they still get knocked out. Fury knew that. That's why he did what he did.
So listen though, if he didn't need to tamper his gloves in the third fight to knock Wilder the fuck out, why did he do it in the first fight to be on the back foot using lateral movement and setting traps?
He didn't hurt him in the first fight at all.
He was using
Exactly.
trap counters. He was using
Why
foot
did Song
fakes,
and
trap
dance
counters.
about the glove
So why
tampering in the first fight?
didn't he hurt him in the first fight then?
He did hurt him in the
Because
first
he
fight.
was
No, he
boxing,
didn't.
moving
That's
backwards.
that's the
No, he
point. That's our
didn't.
point.
He was stepping to him in the second fight. That's why he was able to sit down on his punches and generate power.
All right, man. Y'all believe everybody know what it is though. And
And
y'all
no,
know
everybody don't.
y'all-
Everybody
y'all
don't.
saying-
It's all a
y'all-
bunch of
What are you talking about?
It's all a
y'all
bunch of
saying
hearsay.
you saying
What
it's
are you talking
hearsay, but I'm telling you that Ben Davis said that, and you still saying that it's hearsay. And,
Okay,
and
okay.
also,
So when,
because-
did
just
when
because
Wilder
the
Wilder
picture
knocked
from-
out Malik when Wilder knocked out Malik Scott,
It's
was
just
that
a
fixed?
picture.
Was that a fix? Was that a
Listen,
fix?
It's
The
just a
pic-
picture. Did
the
they
pic-
show him sparring with those gloves and then
Look,
show him putting on the gloves
I'm
and then
talking
show him
about-
taking
look,
off the gloves?
I'm talking about the
It's just a
fight, the
picture with
actual,
gloves.
the pictures from the fight, the second fight. Fury had those gloves. The dude who take the pictures for all they fights. You can call there and get it took down. And that's what he did the next day. You can call that dude tomorrow and ask him. You could call the dude who make it's like the water print, the water stamp on the fights. He said that Fury called to get the pictures taken down with the green gloves, bro. I'm telling you.
Again, that's where's the proof for that?
Call
Where's the
him,
evidence?
bro. So if I'm
You want me to call Wilder?
So look, I'm gonna give you the number. If you come on here tomorrow after the fight, I'll give you the number to call, dude. I bet you $100
I'm
he
good.
tell you that. I bet you $100.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
good. This
Hey,
is
bro.
just,
Bet,
you
bet,
know.
yeah, bet, bet.
You don't
bet,
want the
bet,
proof. You don't want the proof.
Hey,
Nah,
bro.
because I've done enough research on this bullshit. It's
You
all
haven't done
propaganda.
enough. No,
It's all propaganda, man. Like,
Nah,
yeah,
if you-
we went through this on YTBC for like a year and a half
Nah,
straight,
man.
bro. Like, we
Excuse me,
should
sir.
be over this by now.
When
If I was-
Wilder knocked out Malik Scott, was that
if
fixed? Was
if
that
I
was that a
was
fix?
shoot,
Hold
if
on,
I was
hold on,
on the
sir.
camera right now,
When-
if I was doing on the computer, going over the pictures and all this, you would definitely see. But I'm
We've
on my
seen
phone
all.
right now.
I swear to God, I've seen
No,
all
you
the
didn't.
pictures. I've seen all everybody pointing
you-
out.
when
Look at the
Malik-
gloves flapping. Look at the sparring. Look,
Hey,
you know,
I just
I've
told
seen
you
it
I'll
all.
give you the number to tell, so Duke can tell you Fury had the pictures removed and you
Look,
denied
man,
it.
I don't.
So
I'm not
you don't
that
wanna
like.
know. You
I'm
don't
not
wanna
that
know.
into it because I've seen enough. Like, I don't need to see anymore.
Hey, but
So,
listen, dog.
I know. Everybody,
I'm not
y'all
that. I'm
wanted
not that
Wilder to
emotionally
lose.
invested in this. I don't need to
Y'all
call another
wanted
grown ass
Wilder to
man and say,
lose
"Hey,
so bad.
what happened?"
Just like Teddy Atlas said, well, even if Fury did cheat, he's the better fighter. That's how y'all think. So it's
Hey, but
okay.
listen,
People
though.
say,
Listen,
hold
though.
on, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. People in the comment section, just like yesterday, telling me, well, he might have cheated in the other fights, but what about the third fight? So that's okay for him to cheat because he won in the third fight. That's how y'all mentality is.
He
bro.
didn't cheat in the second fight. That's just we don't believe that.
Yeah, I know
We
you
don't believe
don't.
that.
The
But
problem, listen, man. The problem is you would need proof that people believe. I mean,
well,
nobody. If we don't believe he cheated, then I don't. Why are we going to the other conclusion that it's okay to cheat except because he lost in the third
if
fight?
Mark Breland
Hold
said
on.
he didn't give him water, right? Because he said his water was spiked. So Mark Breland said, "Oh, I didn't give him no water." But then we see Mark Breland give him water. Why did he lie about that then? Why did he lie and say he didn't give him water if it was no problem?
Bro, I don't understand what that's got to do.
That's telling you. If Wilder said his water was spiked, Fury brother at the press conference said, "Don't drink no more of that water unless it's ours."
Hold on, Crazy. Can you believe in every single thing, bro?
I'm believing in what people say. If Wilder said his water was spiked, right? And now look, Mark Breland said, "Oh, well, I didn't give him no water." Why would he lie about that if there's nothing wrong with the water? Why did he throw the towel in?
Hold on.
Let me talk to my guy real quick. Look, man. So you believe in the Mark Breland water thing, and you believe that Tyson Fury fucked with the gloves, like, bro?
Yeah, the proof is there, bro.
There's not enough proof for that.
So look,
that's my point. We don't have solid evidence that
saying,
this shit is
like,
real.
damn, bro. I mean,
so why did Wilder?
These are some solid accusations, man. Like,
I say at least go with one or the other.
Hey, bro,
why did Mark
one
Breland
question,
lie
dog.
about the water? Then just answer that question. Why did he lie and say he didn't give him water?
I would need to see the quote for myself, but I got one question, bro. Wilder essentially alleged that the Nevada State Commission was in on it, right?
No.
So why did he go back to fighting with the Nevada State Commission in the third fight?
The Nevada State Commission never caught anybody that cheated in the ring. That's a fact.
So why would he fight in Nevada again and let that shit slide for a second time? Bro?
And that's what I said. The third fight when Fury got the horsehair gloves, that was his mistake by not knowing that Vegas is the only place that you can use those gloves. That was Wilder's fault.
Nevada. Yeah, so
That's
Oh
his fault.
man.
That's
Brody,
his fault.
but Wilder
I'm
wore
not
horsehair gloves too,
got-
bro. He put on
got-
everlasting
Yeah,
Mexi.
like listen, he
35
broke his
seconds.
hand, but either way, neither one of them should have had those gloves. It's cool
Hey,
though, because
listen,
they gonna
listen,
fight again one day.
Horsehair
Like,
is-
it's gonna
listen.
be fair, bro.
If you're gonna have a conversation, you got to let other people talk.
For sure.
I don't know about your water conspiracy theory, but I will say this: have you ever put on 10-ounce gloves before? They don't really have a whole lot of padding, sir. They really don't.
Y'all ignored what y'all didn't answer why Mark Breland lied about the water.
No,
Why
but
did he lie?
you're not answering. You're not responding to my question,
Yeah,
right? Because you're making a lot of questions, and you.
What's your question? What's your question?
Have you ever put on 10-ounce gloves before?
Yes.
Have you noticed that there's not a whole lot of padding in them, anyways?
Yeah, we seen the gloves in the third fight. Fury, look, the first gloves Fury and Wilder had. Fury gloves had like 2 inches of padding. Wilder had like 3.5. So he switched to the MX gloves. But the point is, those gloves are illegal everywhere else. So he lost. He shouldn't have fought in Vegas. That's all I'm saying.
All right, y'all. You owe me. I'm at minus 33 seconds now. I'm out.
I didn't even get to ask my question. All right,
salute
I'm
y'all,
out. All right,
We
all
out.
right, chat. All right, panel. Peace.
Ask it in the Patreon, buddy shot.
All right, I got you.
Tomorrow, man. See y'all tomorrow.
Not with this shit.
Why are they gonna get that knockout tomorrow? That's what we're gonna be talking about.
Peace out, everybody.
Cool. We not talking about this though.
Salute, Mr. James, man. Hey, stop hating on the UK fighters, man. We got some champions over here, dog.
For sure.
Who me? I wasn't hating on UK fighters.
No, not you, Mr. Not you, Mr. James.
Not
you, Mr. James, man. My guy.
I got you. His favorite fighter is Wilder, bro. What you
I'm waiting on Wilder and Joshua. Then that's gonna be the end of a lot of conversations right there.
You don't want to see Fury again. You don't want to see.
Yeah, I do.
Man,
I just said that.
y'all really trying to stall. Yeah. I'm trying not to just hang up.
All right, for sure, bro. I'm gone, man. Salute, man.
All right,
good talking to y'all. Thank you.
This shit is funny as hell.
Hey, thank you, Mr. James. I salute to you on what you do for the YTBC with your boxing breakdowns and your great film work. You know what I'm saying to you?
Hey,
like
much
I said,
love as always, but thanks for joining.
Yes, no problem, man. Salute to you, Mr. Gabriel, and your families, man. We'll get great fights coming up, and you're gonna see us shine once again.
Yes, sir. Same to you, fam.
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
Yes, man. Peace, man.